Hi there, I'm John McCann, Phones, Tablets and Wearables UK editor for TechRadar, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Sony's latest flagship smartphone, the Xperia XZ Premium. It's got an amazing 4K display as well as a whole load of other features, so let's find out what it's got to offer. So the main event on the XZ Premium is that display. It's a 5.46 inch offering, which is slightly odd considering we're used to the 5.5 inches or 5.7 or 5.8. So Sony's got it slightly smaller than your Plus handsets and the S8 you might find, but it's that resolution which is really quite special. 3840 by 2160 makes it a 4K screen on your smartphone, which is still pretty much rare in 2017. So that's cool. It's got HDR10 support as well as the 4K, so if you have a 4K HDR movie, it's going to look really good on this phone. It is worth noting though, there are some more top-notch screens on the market. The Samsung Galaxy S8 has its stupendous infinity display with hardly any bezels and curved edges, while the LG G6 is the first phone to support Dolby Vision for an extra super viewing experience. So have a real think before you choose your phone on screen, but the Sony's is still an excellent offer. Moving on swiftly to power, and the Sony Xperia XZ Premium has a Snapdragon 835 chipset inside, giving it loads of power under the hood, coupled with 4 GB of RAM, which means you can throw anything at this phone and it will do just fine. You also get 64 GB of internal storage, which can be expanded by up to another 256 GB with a micro SD card, which slots into the side of the phone, which is a handy little feature for some real power users out there. Round the back, a 19 megapixel camera takes all of Sony's heritage and photography and sticks it inside your smartphone, which means you get a really strong snapper. But the real pièce de résistance in this phone is its slow motion footage. It can capture some footage at 960 frames per second, which is slower than any other phone on the market, and it brings you some incredible results. Check out our 960 frames per second video around me, click the little icon and check it out. It is well worth a watch. If you're a fan of the selfies, then the 13 megapixel snapper on the front of the XZ Premium is going to be right up your street. While on the screen you get Android 7.1 Nougat, which is Google's latest version of its operating system, and Sony's toned down its overlay of the OS, which makes it a much nicer experience and slightly more fluid under finger, which is always lovely. A nice little feature down the right side of the XZ Premium is its fingerprint scanner, which also doubles as the power lock button. It falls nicely under thumb when held in your right hand and under finger when held in your left, and it does work pretty well. Every now and then it may not register the finger, but always on that second click it generally gets it. It's nice, quick and smooth when it does work, and it's a handy feature to have. The phone's also IP68 rated, which means it's dust and water resistant. It will survive a little slip into the sink or a dunk in the bath and be okay. Don't go deep sea diving with it though, it can't quite handle that. You also get a headphone jack, which you know audiophiles will love, and the XZ Premium can also deliver high-res audio, so if you've got a really nice set of headphones and you're signed up to something like Tidal, you'll be able to get a superior listening experience through the phone, which is quite nice too. There's also a USB-C port on the bottom for charging, which you know, is quite vital really. Dual front-facing speakers also make the Sony Xperia XZ Premium really good for gaming and movie playback. The sound comes straight into your face, which is quite nice. The clarity isn't always brilliant, especially when you crank it up high, but it is quite nice to have, especially versus a lot of the phones which are sticking the speakers on the bottom and thus muffling the sound quite a bit when you're watching, so that's a nice addition. There's also NFC built in, so doubled with the fingerprint scanner and the Android Pay app, you can go and contactlessly pay for whatever you want in stores that offer that service. Finally, there's a non-removable 3230 milliamp battery packed inside the XZ Premium, and from my testing with the phone, I've had it a couple of weeks, you can easily get a whole day on a single charge with pretty moderate usage. If you start to hammer it, of course the battery will drain a bit quicker, but generally it holds up well. So there's our rundown of everything you need to know about the Sony Xperia XZ Premium. If we've missed anything or you have any questions, let us know in the comments below and we'll do our damnedest to answer them just for you. If you want a more in-depth review, check out my week with the Sony Xperia XZ. It's a great little look into how it works in day-to-day life, which is really great. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon.